So you still with me, Christy? Greetings, my name is Michael Miller. This is a Michael Miller trademark training video out to you because you're watching. Thank you and welcome. It's meant for Michael Miller Pilates licensed affiliates, licensed presenters, the Core New Core, and anyone interested in surviving and thriving as a Pilates instructor or student, or as a human being. Today, it's okay, so yeah. I'm getting more excited because my convention is coming up in a couple days. And my convention is about the Earth, and one rotation equals 1 day, and in 2 days, the Earth changes its orientation as it's moving through space. The summer solstice. Rocky Mountain time, 3:43 p.m. on Saturday. Would have been a great time to be in Machu Picchu on 6/20/2020, but the email today is about what if, and I found this cool graphic that displays where the 3 parts of the brain are that I care about, which is the prefrontal cortex, the amygdala, and the hippocampus. And my what if is just what if. All I do, I have 2 theories, and the MMP theory is that doing Pilates is an experience that you're after in pursuit of the choreography. It's not like the choreography matters, that's the performance. But the state of being in the body in the moment of the doing, you're after a complete coordination of body, mind, and spirit. And so what if, those are Joe's words, so what if body is your being, and mind is your thinking, and observing is your amygdala and hippocampal areas of the brain, something other than mind, right? And so in Michael Miller Pilates, as a point of view, you're looking at a human being that has capacities in their being, their thinking, and their observing, and the target is to reach for a complete coordination of them, but that is not only possible, but that can be experienced. Okay? But time being what it is, and human nature being what it is, we just can't ultimately control or totally draw a focus and hold a focus. Back up to the surface. But what if, right, Joe's words of complete coordination of body, mind, and spirit are referring to 3 parts of the body, the overall body, your being, your moving, really, the moving that you're in, your thinking, insofar as what you're thinking, and then you're observing in terms of the senses, the amygdala and the hippocampal. Look at the graphic, it's great. It's right at the base of, or in the interior part of, at the reptilian stage of evolution of the being, us, humans. And so in MMP, it's not complicated, and it's not about how much you know. It's just an attitude that what you're trying to make a complete coordination of our capacities within any human being that's alive and conscious, unless you just move their body in the pattern unconsciously, which is taking it to an extreme, wouldn't you say? So, Christy, Get hip to the theory that MMP is an experience, and the definition of MMP seeks to explain the experience. No other brand or outlook of Pilates does that I know of. It's all based on a presumption of no explanation other than principles written by people that admitted they were guessing in the principles that they proposed. I've kept my sanity about all the considerations that you think about and different points of view, right? Different points of view that are out there. Know how to speak for your point of view. And I hope that through your listening to me, you get a point of view from me of CT and MMP, and that those are theories, and as such I don't think they're ever going to change. And there'll always be a buoy, a lit buoy in the darkness for you to evaluate whatever else you run into when it comes to moving and talking about Pilates. It's very simple, really, to recognize the coordination of body, mind, and spirit, and to understand that spirit is something other than thinking, and it has to be more like listening, observing, right? Paying attention to the senses. And when you're doing Pilates, you're moving. And so the attention that you're paying in your thinking and in your senses is coming off of the moving of your body. Standing still, upright, is that a movement or not? I don't know. It takes engagement. But overall, doing Pilates is the movements of the exercises done without stopping, flowing through. Part of the answer to what if that is so, or if you look at things that way, then as an instructor, the art and the magic and the skill and the challenge is to in some way help a student, if you're teaching, they're your student, help a student get closer to or have the experience whether they know it or not. Some people come right out of their focus and that experience of doing Pilates and being connected, right back up out of that and in their mind, and they're then thinking in their mind. And everything is their mind, where there's not so much of a connection to listening, observing what you're feeling. It's a live feedback loop. Our students don't know it, but they're seeking to be able to react to that feedback loop on their own. As an instructor, you slide right in between that pas de deux, and you help the student listen to what their own sensations, so they can determine what it takes to have more control. It's all magical. And ideally, even if you never get to that experience, I mean, it can take a while. The better you get at it, the less time it takes for you to help your students experience Pilates. complete coordination of body, mind, and spirit. And those three things within MMP are your body and two parts of your brain, coordinated as a state of being in the body, in the moment of the doing. Do what you can, because life can't live forever. Read between the lines and see behind the curtain. Connect the dots. Enjoy the sunset. Meaning, it's happening and there's nothing you're going to do to change that happening. It always seems to be so, it sets no matter what, unless you jet off the planet and be extreme. Connect the dots. Then evaluate points of view. I offer you two theories. One's a point of view about biomechanics that's mind-blowing all by itself and applicable to anything the body engages in trying to move more easily through space. And MMP is one point of view out of yours and mine and everybody else's. That seeks to explain Pilates based on a theory that Pilates has an essence of its own, being the experience. So Pilates is the experience. And Michael Miller Pilates as a brand takes three things from Joe's book and constructs a theory to explain that experience. Evaluate points of view. Know what you know. And ideally, I'd like you to start making money by offering to explain either just core nutrition or both of them. $10, 20 minutes. Offer ends in an hour tomorrow, but offer ends by, and now paid in advance. That's the offer. If somebody's not interested in what you're selling, that's okay. But you've already communicated what you think is of value in making the offer, or that you have anything to say at all of value in making the offer. And it does a good job of stifling everyone that seeks for whatever they can get for free and to survive as a Pilates instructor, you need to be able to add 2 and 2. Which is where I'm at in my sign-off, evaluate points of view, and then know how to add 2 and 2, add 2 and 2, engage in the monetary aspect, and it's great, you can make an offer, $2 for an hour, $2 for, but see, it's a limited time frame, it's just to make a talk, to make an explanation. And if your explanation is interesting enough in the time frame that you deliver, there's always a larger time frame you can make an offer for more money. More money. What if this all started making sense to you? Hopefully it's because over the last, coming up on 4 years at the end of this month, 4 years, I thought there would be more of you. Mel Gibson says in The Patriot to those who have ridden through the swamp. direct your thinking. That comes so much to mind so often in my day-to-day life when it seems like I'm totally daydreaming, or I'm totally letting my mind go in a direction or think about stuff that is just fantasizing, daydreaming kind of thing. You have to direct your thinking, or at least know how to, so that when you want to, you can. And when you're teaching Pilates, there's so much listening going on, and so much of directing your thinking going on, like a duck paddling below the surface, and there you are as the instructor, absorbing it all in and having fun, and helping your student have fun. All the while adding different layers of foundation until your student discovers the foundation below them for themselves and can stand upon it on their own. Geist.